Alright, so these are gonna be somewhat similar to when we did, you know, your Christmas trees on your absolute value. The difference is here, we're not in vertex form yet. We're gonna start that tomorrow. So we're in standard form. So we're in standard form. You're gonna wanna graph it in your calculator so that we can get the values that we need. So, we're gonna do, I'm gonna kind of break this out. Lynn, graph 1, just graph it as it equals. I know we have an inequality, but we're just gonna graph it as y equals. So Lynn, if you'll do 1, Emily, will you do 2? Emma, will you do 3? Sergio, will you do 4? Parker, will you do 5? And Adam, will you do 6? So y'all just get them graphed in your normal y equals. And then what I'm gonna need is the vertex, which means you may have to do second trace to get your vertex if it's not at a nice place, okay? So I'm gonna need the vertex, and then we're gonna have to get a couple of other points out of your table in order to put them on there. Alright, so if we go and we graph this, Lynn, do you have the first one graphed? Alright, where is your vertex nice? If I did, remember to find the vertex, we do negative b over 2a. So that'd be negative 2 over 2 times 1, so it ended up being a negative 1. Alright, so at negative 1, what's the x value? It'll be on your table.
Negative y? Negative 3.
When x is negative 1, what's y?
Negative 3.
Negative 3. So my vertex is negative 1, negative 3. So here's my vertex. Alright, and since I know this first one, it has this, I know I have these 2 points right here, so I'm going to put those 2 on there. How did I know that? How did I know those 2 points were going to be there? We talked about this yesterday. Yeah, it's just an x squared. So when it's just an x squared, from my vertex, I can go up 1 and over 1 this way and up 1 over 1 this way when it's just x squared from my vertex. Everybody okay with that? Alright, so if I go over 1 more to positive 1, what's the y value? 1 and 1? Okay, which means if I go to the left one here, I'm going to go up and it's going to line up there. Alright, what about at positive 2? Is it on there still? 6, okay, which would be right here.
The last point.
Yeah, that'll be the last one. Alright, so it should look something like that. So you can get those points out of your calculator. I'm not going to make you write them on your table. I do want you to write your vertex though, okay? If you have to, sometimes you're going to have to calculate that vertex using second trace. Alright, everybody okay there? Alright, so then like with the absolute values, I can go to my y-intercept, I can go to my vertex, however you want to look at that. I'll just go from the vertex. And I'm looking at y is what? Greater than, so my shading needs to be up here, and I just noticed that's a greater than and not equal to, so I'm going to like erase some stuff so that it's dashed and not solid, because that's my fault. Alright, so something like that, get you dashed. Is everybody okay there? Make sure you watch out for that when you're doing those on your assignment. Everybody okay there? Alright, the next one, who has 2? Alright, Emily, where is your vertex on that problem? 2 and 3. Alright, so right here, and this graph is flipped over. So I know these 2 points are going to be there. Alright, so what about at 0, Emily?
Negative 1.
Negative 1? Okay, so this one's at negative 1. Alright, and what about when x is negative 1?
It's negative 6.
Negative 6, okay, so it's going to be here. And then the other one is going to be here. Alright, and this one's going to be equal to, so I can draw it solid and I don't have to worry about it. Alright, so I got something like that. Alright, and where am I shading from my vertex? Am I shading above it on the outside, or am I shading below it on the inside? What's your inequality show? Less than. So I'm going to shade down inside here. I know it's not V's like a Christmas tree. If it still makes you happy to turn it into a Christmas tree, go ahead, but it's not a V. Make sure it does have a curve up there. So it's a curvy Christmas tree. Alright, we okay there? Alright, who has 3? Emma? Alright, did you find the vertex? Where is it?
3, 5.
3 and 5. I forgot to write Emily's up here. What was it? 2, 3, right, Emily? Okay. Alright, so this one's at 3 and 5. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, this is going down. So I know the next point, if I go down 1, 2, 3, and I go over each direction, I've got points right there and there. Other than that, I don't know. So Emma, what about at +1? -7, so that'll be it. So I'll get that one there. And this one here. Is everybody okay with being able to put those other points, even if I didn't have the table? Y'all are okay with how I did that, yes? Okay. All right, I'm solid here? Everybody's okay there? So this graph. Okay, in which direction am I shading? Yeah, above it. So if I thought it would basically, I'm going to go out here. So it's going to be on the outside. Everybody okay there? All right. What about this one? Who has 4? Sergio? All right. Vertex is 0, 6. Okay, so 0 and 6. 6 right here. Alright, and I know these 2 points over there, there's not going to be a whole lot on here. Anything else is off the graph. Agreed? Yes? Alright, what is it at +2? Is it 10? Okay, which would be, this is 8. 10 would probably be, I don't know, about right here. Ish. Just kind of get an idea. Alright, is this solid or dashed? Yeah, this one will be dashed, so it would look something like this. Okay, and where would the shading be? Inside, above, or outside, below? Outside, below, so it's all out. Not much of it on the graph. All right, we okay there? Okay, who has 5? Parker, all right, what is the vertex there?
-0.5 and +0.5.
So -1/2 and +1/2? Okay. -1/2, +1/2, so like right here in the middle of this square. Lovely. Okay, so probably not a lot of very nice points there. If it's at half, is it 0? Is it a whole number?
0.
0, 0. Okay, which means this is there. Alright, everybody's comfortable finding that vertex if it's not nice. Yes? Okay. Alright, Parker at 1 or 2. Where's there another nice point?
-2, -4, and then 1 -4.
-2, -4, and 1 -4. Okay, probably not anything else after that that's on the graph, right? Okay, are we gonna have solid or dashed here? Solid. Okay. Alright, and where is my shading gonna be? On the outside or on the inside? Be on the inside. Everybody okay there? Questions at all, or we're good? We're good? Okay, who has 6? Adam, okay, where's your vertex?
4 and 4.
4 and 4? Alright. And let's see, your next nice point probably over here.
6. It says 6 and 6.
And probably 2, and should be 2 and 6 also, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, is there anything else that'll be on there, on the graph?
No, ma'am.
No, okay. Alright, are we gonna be solid or dashed here? Yeah, they're gonna be dashed, so something like this. Alright, and where is our shading? Gonna be up here or out here? Inside or outside, I guess? It's gonna be inside it, up here. Alright, everybody okay with how those work? Alright, so what I do want you to do, I do want you to write down, and I didn't write it on that one, I apologize. I do want you to write your vertex there, okay? So make sure you'll write those down.